You can estimate the trade base for this direction, which means that buyers are active there. Okay, here I have set the trade base for the downward direction, and here it's about where exactly we need to place the trade. So guys, finally my trade turned out to be profitable. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. If your trade also goes into loss immediately after entering, then this video is just for you, because today I will try to explain in very simple language the strategy that pro traders use. So first of all, I think we should find a chart with good movement. So that's what I'm doing. I will find a chart with good movement, and only after that will I try to apply the strategy for you. I feel that if we apply two or three concepts at one place, then a good opportunity can be created there, and my accuracy can also remain good. So that's exactly what I will try to do. In today's video, I have placed a trade for the green candle, meaning for the upward direction. Why? Because I can see a good support level on the downside here. So I will draw a horizontal line here to mark the support level below. You could also call this the buyer's zone. So I have marked the level here in this way and created this zone. Okay, so from here, the market movement can remain bullish, and it actually is, because most of the time the market movement from the support level is bullish, but sometimes it also happens that the market breaks the support level and that scenario falls into the breakout category. So you have to keep this in mind as well. Now, how can you keep this in mind? If the market is hovering around the support level, then don't immediately place a trade there just because it's a support level and assume the market will definitely stay bullish. That's not always the case. Instead, we can wait for a candle to form, see if a green candle is forming there or not. If a green candle does form, then we can estimate that buyers are active at that level. Okay, so guys, finally this trade turned out to be profitable for me here. And again, I will try to create even better opportunities. By the way, the trade I placed here was solely based on the support level, but for the trades I present in the future, I will try to incorporate two to three concepts together, which will make the accuracy much better. Okay, so it's very important to find a chart with a good movement, just like always, which I'm trying to do this time as well. I will look for a chart where the market has shown expansion, where the market has been bullish as well as bearish, something like that. But there shouldn't be too much fluctuation like in a sideways market where sometimes the market isn't going up or down. So the chart shouldn't be like that. But here the market is a bit bearish. Still, if I apply support levels and such here, then a proper strategy can be formed. Here I have placed one trade for a downward move. The reversal concept is working here, which is that after a series of 33 consecutive candles, a reversal occurs. I will try to show you more examples like this. Now here, the trade I placed on the third candle, this third candle formed as a red one, and after that there was a reversal. It's possible that a green candle could also form, but the confirmed thing is that if three candles of the same color are formed, then a reversal pattern is created. You will also see many such examples. I will try to show you more if we look further. At the same time, patterns also work, as do reversals and so on, but you also need to keep certain things in mind. Support, resistance, and price action. The specific way that the price is currently moving, you must also keep that in mind, because if we learn too many things at once, the mind can get quite overwhelmed and overloaded, you could say. Only then can we work properly and know exactly where we need to take action. So guys, finally, my trade has been successfully profitable, and now I will try to demonstrate and show you several clear examples of reversals here. If I happen to spot any of them here, otherwise they are quite rare, but if we can find them easily, that would be absolutely fantastic for our analysis. So first I will try to find one here, then I will try to locate a particularly clear and helpful chart, and only after that will I begin searching for specific trading opportunities. Right now, I don't see any reversal opportunities here at all, meaning I simply don't see any such example available to us. For now, I am checking by changing the chart here. And if I can spot something interesting in this chart, then I will try to look at more of these charts here. It's not very easy to find them. You have to search for the examples a bit. You have to put in some effort, and only then will you see the examples. But it's certain that you can find quite a few examples here. If we try to find them with a lot of concentrated focus, and if there is not even a single example to be found here, then I am going to try to change the value to 4 right here to see what happens. And is there any example like that here? Because if 2 to 3 concepts come together, a really good opportunity will be created there. So here, I have taken one horizontal joint line. I have placed the horizontal joint line here because it's important to understand what's happening around where the market is moving. Here, since there has been a breakout, the market movement will remain downward and the market will crash here as well. Anyway, there is a resistance level here. Previously too, it's obvious that the market will move downward, and I have placed a resistance level on the upside. That's how the market movement is there. It has been bearish, and the market will remain bearish until it reaches its support level. Now, in this situation, I won't say that there will only be red candles here until it reaches the support level. It's also possible that some retracement candles may form in between or after every 3 candles. A reversal candle might appear. That can happen too. There is no certainty that the market will keep going down continuously, and deciding based on a particular single candle is very risky and should not be done. Okay? And let me tell you one important thing. I am not a financial advisor, so before trying any trade, make sure to do your own research because trading is very risky. While you can make a profit, you can also incur losses just as easily, so invest very carefully and thoughtfully. Okay, so guys, finally my trade here has been profitable. And here I will try to find a chart with a good movement where there is acceleration and deceleration, or some chart pattern like reversal, breakout, or support and resistance, something along those lines. And if I see something like that, I'll explain it to you a little as well. So here I'm increasing the thickness of my horizontal line a bit so that it remains clearly visible. On the upper side, where a red doji has formed for a long position, the market movement has started to show weakness from there. Okay. So 3 candles have previously formed green here, and if you look here as well, 3 red candles have formed, after which a reversal happened. You'll see many such examples if you look carefully. Here too, notice that 3 green candles have formed here, same color, and after that a reversal happened. So here I have placed a trade in the downward direction. Look, first of all, the red doji formed at the top side is already indicating that there are absolutely no buyers here and sellers are active, okay? After that, the next red candle forms and then another red candle will form after that as well. Because most of the time, 3 candles make up one pair. In most cases, 3 candles of the same color tend to develop consecutively. So the chances of that happening are quite high. This is a favorable situation. You can also consider it a secret trick. So I will wait here a little bit until this candle closes, Wukon. And I truly feel that for beginners starting out in trading, there are 4 to 5 key concepts. If they study those well, it can be very beneficial for them. Now look, this trend is going in the opposite direction, so it's possible that this could also result in a loss. Because having a loss is not such a big deal, it can easily result in a loss as well. So here, my trade has ended in a loss. Here, I have placed a double trade because now the buyers are active, as the wick on the lower side is quite long, which indicates that the market movement could remain bullish here. Because the wick on the lower side of the green candle is long, I feel that buyers could remain active from here. That's why I have placed a trade here for a green candle in the market. The resistance on the upper side will at least be tested, and after that, it could bounce back. Now, there isn't such a big gap on the upper side where I've placed the label, so a green candle could form here, and after that, a reversal might happen. Placing a trade on the next candle after that could be very risky. That's why I have placed a trade here, because I felt this was a relatively safer spot where at least one green candle would form, so my trade here could be profitable. That's why I placed the trade here, and let me tell you, it's very important to pay proper attention to money management. If you are just starting out as a beginner, then finally, you can see that both of my trades right here have been quite profitable. Okay, so once again, I am going to try to find even better examples for you in this specific way. These are the exact types of things that professional traders always use in their successful strategies. So, I will try my best to find those specific things here as well for our next steps. Most of the time, I use support and resistance As for other chart patterns, if they appear at certain stages, it's good to keep them in mind, but placing trades solely based on them can be a bit risky. So here the market is moving in this way and the market movement has increased a bit, so I can place a trade for a downward move here. Because previously as well, the market has moved downward from this level at 23 different points. So we can also call this a multiple time rejection chart, but it's not as important to remember the pattern as it is to understand the logic. Here, I have readied a trade for a downward move, but it hasn't been placed yet. There might be a slight network delay. So here, this is the kind of resistance on the upside. Since the market has been bearish from the 23 level, that's why I haven't placed trades for a downward move here yet. Now the trade has been placed. Okay, so from here, the market movement could remain bearish. The market has also been bearish from here, as you can see. Okay, so if we look at the chart pattern, this is called a multiple rejection pattern. If you search, you'll find it, but I think it's not as important to remember the names as it is to understand the concept, where the buyers are, where the sellers are, and about demand and supply, all these things. So finally, my trade turned out to be profitable. The market movement could also remain bearish because that's what I feel here. In this short, you can see small reversals where the market turned a bit bullish and then reversed again, became a bit bearish and then reversed again. So I don't find this chart very appealing. So I will avoid this chart for now. I will modify and update the chart here. And only after that will I begin searching for any cut opportunity. Because the main role is always played by the chart itself. Because if the chart is not moving according to the strategy we've learned or the knowledge we have in our mind, it means the market is not behaving according to everything. So how will we use that strategy? In technical analysis, mainly, it's all about the strategy, right? So the strategy will only work if the candles have formed according to us. The market's flow should be according to us. Only then will we be able to use those things. That's why this is the main thing. The key thing is to find a chart with good movement. And a chart with good movement can't be a market that is simply moving sideways. It has to be a trending chart, whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. In such charts, you can say that the movements are clear and distinct, and support and resistance levels should be clearly visible. Only then can we truly call it a chart with good movement. So now I can see this chart, and here the market is trying to turn into a bearish trend. The candles on the upper side, the wicks on the upper side are also quite long. This indicates that the market movement here could remain bearish. So here I will draw a straight horizontal line and then I'll adjust the line position just a little bit. Okay, so I've adjusted it right here, and on the lower side of the chart, I've clearly marked out the support level. Here I have practiced the market's downward direction, and as long as the movement stays within the support level below, the market should remain there. And the downward movement could happen because the candle where I placed the trade has a wick on the upper side, and even the previous candle has a long wick on the upper side. So this indicates that the market movement here could remain bearish. That's why I have placed the trade in the downward direction here. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box. And if you haven't joined the Telegram yet, there's a link in the description. You can go there and join the Telegram group. So guys, I actually have to wait a bit longer for the market to move just until this candle closes. Okay, that sounds good. So in this video, I used concepts like breakout and reversal, and based on bricks, support and resistance, and by combining all these things, a pro trader strategy is formed, which I have tried to use here. So the accuracy has been quite good to a large extent, but see, it's never 100%. In trading, nothing is ever 100%. So I always want to tell you that nothing is guaranteed. So again, I am trying to change the chart, trying to find a chart with a good movement. If I spot one, I will place a trade there. Otherwise, I will avoid trades because I have a fixed number of trades per day and I only take that many trades. Even if those end up in a loss, I try to recover them the next day because sometimes our psychology doesn't align with the market, and that's when we end up overtrading, which leads to losses. So, you should absolutely avoid overtrading. This way, you can avoid overtrading if you keep your number of trades fixed. Here, I have placed a trade for a downward movement as the market suddenly turned quite bearish. There is a strong long wick on the upper side, which indicates that the market movement could remain bearish. A very good seller zone has been created here. Okay, on the lower side, where there is a long wick, I have set a support level. At the very least, the market movement will likely reach the lower support level, and after that, it might bounce. Okay, and any kind of wick can give a very good indication if we observe it properly or try to understand it. Now, since there are long wicks on the upper side, it obviously indicates that the market was turning bullish due to buyers, but sellers became so active that they pushed the market down. So, simply put, the indication is that the market could remain bearish. So, that's why I have placed a trade in the downward direction here. So, I will wait a little bit here. We just need to wait until this candle closes, okay? So, finally, this trade of mine right here has also been profitable for us, okay? Okay, so guys, that is it for today's video. If you like the video, please make sure to give it a like. If you are visiting the channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box about whatever you are unsure of. And if you have any questions about any topic, support, resistance, breakouts, Fibonacci retracement, or any indicator, you can also comment and ask me about those. I will try to create content or make videos on those topics for you so that you can understand them easily. And for beginners, this is a really good thing because in the upcoming videos, there will be a lot of great content for them, which will be through an 11-part series. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any informative content. So guys, see you in the next video. Until then, thank you very much for watching.